You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
If you've just woken up, Olivia Newton-John has passed away today. Sad news, at the age of 73. We're getting Magda on. She's in a brand new show. This looks really good. Tomorrow night, 8:45 on Channel 9. It's called After the Verdict. But have we got her now? You there, Magda?
Hello.
Oh,
Hi, Magda.
How are you?
how are you, mate? That's the first question we want to ask you.
Sad day.
It's really...
Really sad day, yeah.
I know, you were close to Olivia. Loved Olivia.
Yeah, she was just a superb human, really humble. Just, we were so lucky to have her in this country, really. And just the amount of support she gave, I think people don't even know things like she sort of introduced ABBA to America. And,
yes.
She was just supported artists, musicians, and, of course, all the amazing work she did, with breast cancer and health. And, she was a quality human being and just lovely to be around. She just had this most gentle, beautiful, aura about her. So, yeah, it's a really sad day, First Judith Durham and now Olivia. It's
tough start to the week.
Weird. Yeah,
it is weird.
Here's one for you that I wanted to... Because we just checked to see if she had been. But did you ever ask her... Because you had some superstars on, Kath and Kim. But did you ever ask Olivia to come on the show?
I don't know if they did.
No.
That would have been something that the girls and that would have, and Rick McKenna, the producer, would have. But no, I don't know. They might have. I'm sure she would have done it.
Yeah,
I agree. She would have suited it.
She would have been great. Well, she would have been hilarious because she gets the humour, but, she lives in America, so...
if she was in Sharon's netball team, it would have been amazing.
Oh, my God.
Sharon would have panicked.
Can I tell you, Heath Ledger, actually, after we pashed on the red carpet,
yes.
Which was completely unscripted because Sharon, he didn't know that I was going to do that, and he'd been having a sort of a bit of a terrible time on the red carpet, and then I rocked up as Sharon, and just the impulse... I just went with the impulse, which of course was to scream, and which terrified him and Julia Zamiro. And then the joke was I was going to pash him. He didn't know this. I was going to pash him, but of course he just, such an intuitive actor, leapt in and pashed me.
Launched into it. Now it's gone around the world, and people think that I'm a real person. And some people,
and some people say, I saw one the other day going, "Why are you making fun of a disabled person?" And I'm like. Not me. That was someone else. They were accusing of making fun. I was like, "What, Sharon?"
Who? Sharon wasn't.
She wasn't disabled.
Not at all. Sharon was just a horny netballer.
Yeah.
She had a lot of injuries, but yeah. So people think, millions of people have seen that clip. And they think it's a real person, and every now and then I'll sort of pop in and make a comment and go, no, it's actually
But they'd be
me.
so confused by how you've been able to get your hands on so many big celebrities. This weird netballer who's making out with all these guys.
You're like the female Norman Gunston.
She's a weapon.
Do you know what the funny... did you play...
Sharon's pashed a lot of people, I tell you. She gets them round.
Did he... I reckon there was an element where he went in with a lipstick as well, because you had the pash rash afterwards, remember, Magda? And I reckon he saw that and went, I'm going to just spread that all over her face.
I tell you what he did do. Afterwards, he rang me and he said that was so much fun, and he wanted to be on the show as Sharon's stalker, which would have been hilarious. And so I was going to meet up with him in London, and then he died. It was again just like, oh my God,
shock.
Wow. Yeah,
that would have been really funny.
I know he was a great guy.
Because Kel would have stepped in there.
Kel
would have got heavy-handed if there was a stalker around my house.
But you know what, Magda? You've had an amazing career yourself, but do you pinch yourself sometimes when you talk stories, about Heath Ledger and even, a night out with Olivia Newton-John after watching her perform?
Good mate, Warnie.
Do you pinch yourself sometimes, like that where you are and where your career's taken you?
Yeah. It is sort of like, when you've been around for as long as I have, these people just sort of end up being kind of the people that that from around the place. But I've really been so lucky to meet some of the some really wonderful human beings. And look, to be honest, I don't, especially when you've been around a bit, you really don't give a fat rat's ass about fame.
Well
it's
said.
kind of like, you've seen it all. But it's the quality of the human being that strikes you, and especially with those two, with Heath and with Olivia, they were, real quality human beings.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
that's more than anything why I consider myself.
And now you're on a frigging jury. What's going on there?
You don't stop, Magda. Before we get into this, have you ever sat on a jury before?
No,
have you ever?
no.
Have you been asked to?
No, never been asked.
I've been asked
And
twice now.
Have you?
Yeah, I've never done it though. Been too busy entertaining an entire city here in Sydney.
You would be like Homer in the jury, where
What?
you're wearing those glasses as if you're still awake.
Yeah.
But you'd be fast asleep the whole time.
Fast asleep.
So,
Can you imagine though if you were like in the court and you looked into the jury box and there's Sharon Strzelecki?
Awesome.
It's
With a
you know.
netball bib on.
with a wing attack bib on.
yeah,
That'd
and
be
the
amazing.
skirt. Yeah.
So how do you go with the dramatic stuff? Do you like this genre? Or you love it?
I loved it. I loved it. Well, the great thing about this show is it's both. It's what's called a dramedy.
Yes.
Which means it's drama and comedy. And I just thought it was a great premise when they first told me about it. Like, it's 4 jurors who, after they've delivered the verdict, start to wonder if maybe they've got it wrong.
Yeah.
And so then they have to start sleuthing. So then it gets to sort of Sherlock Holmes, the game is afoot.
Great.
And it's a little bit, famous
Cluedo.
5, except there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
This unlikely... Because that's the thing, is that juries are made up of an unlikely bunch of people who might never normally meet one another and who are then thrown into this extremely intense experience. And you're not allowed to talk about it to anyone. So you're just, festering away there in your little jury gang.
Of
And
course.
so I just thought it was a really great premise. And it was so fun to do some drama, just really actually, and especially later in the series, I really get to work the dramatic muscles.
Great.
Opposite- yeah, with the lovely Ms. Virginia Gay, who plays my fiancée.
Oh, here we go.
It's great. Do you raise your voice in this? Do you get quite angry?
Oh, yeah.
Very.
Yeah, no, mate. I crack it.
Oh, look at her. She's warming up.
But the thing is, that one of the most exciting things to me is I get to play a lesbian Polish butcher.
Oh. Yes.
I know, right?
Yep.
So typecast.
I don't know.
I've been waiting my whole freaking life.
How did they
Would
choose
someone please?
You've written this yourself so you can finally get the role.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's tomorrow night on Channel 9, 8:45. After the verdict, please go check it out. Magda Szubanski, we love you. You're doing an amazing job. And thank you for coming in, because we know it's been a sad morning for you this morning.
Oh, thanks. It's a sad day for everyone. And, thanks for being so lovely, and love you guys, and great to see you. And, I hope everyone enjoys the show.
Thanks, Magda. Lots of
Bye
love.
now.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.